Hey guys, it's me, and I finished the episode, and it was so good. Oh my gosh. This is going to be a longer video, I think, so I might divide it into two. But I will let the highlights be accessible with this one. So, anyway, they are going to be found on through my Patreon or through just a random link. I think I used Bitly or something like that. So, anyway, you will have access to both. So, all right, my thoughts about the episode. All right, I loved it. I thought it had this optimism that really hadn't been felt for a while. It just felt like they were actually going to be successful. It kind of harkened back to the themes or the feeling of the first season, and I really liked that because this season was kind of a slog. I mean, it was just ugh, there's more bad things happening, more bad things happening, more bad things happening, intrigue, intrigue, more bad things happening. And it was just really great to have kind of a little bit of breather and really feel like they're going to be successful and they're going to win. So I loved the atmosphere and the feeling of that. It focused a lot on just kind of the banter between the different characters, particularly over the meat situation, which was hilarious. Potato Girl in rare but wonderful, perfect form. And I liked how they said, like, man, you remember, like, just 4 months ago where she was, like, sharing meat? And it kind of shows like how much has changed in 4 months. It's just incredible for me to think that like only 4 months has happened between those two moments and just how much those people have gone through. And they sort of brought that up at the table when Jean, which I was like, dude, you're really not a a seasoned veteran, even though he's kind of acting like it. I mean, I guess he is compared to like the new meat. When John was saying, like, oh, all this stuff. And it's like you were kind of a Johnny come lately. So I just thought that's kind of interesting. Um, so, yeah, Levi has the serum, and Aaron has entrusted him, not Aaron, Erwin has trusted him with the serum. But that's interesting considering Erwin, it's like it feels like he's going on a suicide mission. Like he's wounded. I mean, he's missing an arm, and that's really needed in this type of battle. And he doesn't trust his physical prowess enough to keep the serum on his person, so he gives it to Levi. But he's going into the battle, and so I'm just like, are you? It almost feels like he knows he's gonna die, which is sad because I feel like he's a great character, but I'm pretty sure his death is going to be epic. So I don't know he's going to die, but it just feels like it's leading up to that. So, which sucks, but ugh. The second half of this season is going to be just brutal, just absolutely heart wrenching trauma. And so I'm looking forward to the plot, but I am not looking forward to the characters that I'm going to say goodbye to. Like that is, I'm dreading that actually. Just because yeah. I didn't necessarily feel that way when I was watching this episode. I mean, I guess I felt that way a little bit about Erwin. I was like, I think he's setting himself up to be expendable, I guess. In fact, he even says that, like he'll be bait, just so he can find out the secrets behind the basement and kind of why all of this is happening. So I really hope he figures it out. There's a part of me that feels like he's not going to find out, that he's going to die this tragic death, and he's not going to figure it out. And that's just, I think that'll be the saddest part. So, oh man. And then when they get like their send off, that's much better. I mean, it's just a completely polar opposite send off to what they've had historically. And that's just, it harkens back to the first episode where you had like the defeated coming in and people saying like, why are they still going out there? And then this time you have people sending them out saying like, yeah, like you can do this, like defend us, take back the wall. And it was just really, it was lovely to see that parallel. So I enjoyed this episode a lot. So I feel like it's going to. I was not expecting it to end when it did. I was expecting a battle, and to like have that cliffhanger was just like, what? Like no, like there needs to be a battle. But apparently we've got to wait a while for there to be a battle. So, all right, I know I rushed through that a lot, but I want to talk mostly about the end credits. So everyone was saying, watch the end, and of course, I made sure to watch the end, and I was absolutely sorry, I was young. I was absolutely floored. Like, oh my gosh, you can be kidding me. Uh, it's such a good job, and I know that Marvel has those cutscenes. They're not cutscenes, that's in video games, but like those credit scenes. And I'm sorry, Marvel don't got nothing on these. This was amazing, and just the creepiness and like the cuts and then you see at the end like with Levi, do you have any idea what you're doing? And he punches Aaron, and Mika saw like she's crying and she punches Levi and is about to slice him, and it's just, and those are the only people you see. There's no one else. So did the three of them venture to the basement, just the three of them, or did other people go and then they get killed, or are they the only survivors? And like, what the frick happened? It's just, it was so good. It was so good, and just, yeah. So what I did, because I couldn't stop thinking about it, I couldn't stop thinking about that end scene, and I couldn't stop thinking about the flash of pictures. So this is why this video is going to be so long. What I did is I actually went through and I took screenshots of pretty much all of the different clips at the end of all those little like pictures at the end. And so I thought that and then I went through and I looked at them all and I thought, like, maybe what do they mean? So this is going to be long, and hopefully you don't get too bored with it, but I found this really fascinating. So, all right, so here we go. I took 43 screenshots. 43. So, yeah. Let's do this. So shots 1 and 2 are the poppies. And so poppies in general are like symbolic of death, peace, and also sleep. So I'm really not quite sure. I mean, you see these often, like they'll just like crop up in points of scenes of significance. You also see them in the credits a lot. You see Historia, who is the progeny of the royal family, running through the fields. And kicking up petals. I'm not quite sure what that means, but I wonder if it has something to do with death. All right, so shot 3. So Levi is covered in blood, and we see this at the end of the scene. So, and he looks very, very foreboding and kind of intense. So he's clearly in the midst of the fray. I mean, I wonder if he's going to come to terms with the fact that he's been killing people that have been tortured, like that are in Titan form, and whether this is maybe symbolic of the idea that he has blood on his hands. I'm not quite sure. So, but clearly Levi is going to, I don't know if I said Aaron this entire time, but I mean Levi. Levi's covered in blood, and Levi has been killing all these people, and Levi has to grapple with the fact that he's killing these people in Titan form. So maybe, maybe not. All right, so shot 4. There is some type of giant misshapen Titan you can see with like the claw. I wonder if that individual is going to make an appearance in the next season, or whether that's something down the line. I'm not quite sure if what's going on with that. Maybe it was something that's appeared and caused everything to go sideways. Maybe, maybe not. All right, so this next one. So it looks like it is a royal woman. I feel like she is a queen. I feel like I've seen her somewhere at some time, and I would look it up, but I don't want to have spoilers. So if you guys know who she is and it's not going to be a spoiler, please let me know. I can't remember, but she looks like she's some type of royal. She has the posture of that. So yeah, queen maybe. I don't know. So the next one, I have no idea what this would maybe be symbolic of. There's a random shoe in a field. I assume it's Historia's, although the shoes being kicked off is kind of a motif that we've seen where Mikasa, she throws her shoe, maybe she doesn't throw it, but it falls off of her foot. So we see like a sandal. So there's something going on. And I wonder if it's going to be like, if it's symbolic of loss of innocence or because most of the characters that are losing their shoes are young. We don't see older people losing their shoes. And that sort of, I mean, I've seen that before where, it's very vulnerable when like a kid loses their shoe. Also maybe a sense of being carefree, but also you've lost something. I don't know. So shot 7, so the next one. And this is the key. So clearly they're going to go in the basement. They're going to find out the secret. That's what I would assume, because there's just been hints about this basement throughout the entire series. So you got to wonder if they're actually going to find out what's going on. I hope. All right, so the next one. So we have Aaron's dad. It's a close-up of his eyes. You can tell by his glasses, and he's got like the needle, and that's like a gnarly looking picture. And so he's turning someone into a Titan. So I assume this is just him turning Aaron into a Titan. But then again, did he turn someone else into a Titan? So are there other people in the, like behind the wall that have these powers? Like was his job from the village people to come and turn other people into Titans? I don't know. So, but I think that's probably just more him turning Aaron into a Titan. Because then you see the next shot, which is transformation. So this could be Aaron turning into a Titan. So this is kind of the secrets behind, maybe these shots are there because they're going to learn why Aaron was turned into a Titan and why his dad didn't just seek revenge on his own. And that still baffles me. Like, why did he need to turn his son into a Titan and have his son eat him to seek revenge for the killing of his wife? Why couldn't he do it? Why did he have to have Aaron? I hope these questions will be answered. That's all I have. Yeah. So the next one we see, it looks like it's a royal, someone who's headless and in prison. I don't know what's going on with that. Have we heard about this royal? Is this a royal from maybe the kingdom before, and that the village people versus the wall people, like maybe that whole thing is because of the killing of a royal? I don't know, but yes, a royal dead in jail. So then you see lots and lots of Titans. So I wonder if maybe the production of Titans was in many ways revenge for the killing or the assassination of their monarch. And it may be that the royal woman that we saw earlier was like the queen, but I don't know what would have happened to her. So there's a couple little shots. Shots is the term I'm looking for. There's a couple shots in later in this that I think maybe shed some light on who she was or who she is or what. I don't know. So then the next one is something I have no idea what it is. So if you know, and it's not going to spoil things for me, please let me know. No clue. But then that takes us to the next one. So you have the royal woman again, and she has like holes on her, and I'm sure this is just like effects. But the fact that she's been shown twice in this flash of pictures means that she's probably important. And so she is right, you have this picture right before this one. And this is the Titan that kills Aaron's mom, that eats Aaron's mom. At least I think it is. It looks familiar. So could the royal woman have been turned into a Titan as punishment? And if so, is she the one that ate Aaron's mom? Then we have more Titan skeletons. I mean, just Titans being killed and vaporizing and all that jazz. So then we have shot 16. So we're at shot 16. There are 43 shots, and I am at 16. So, I mean, I'm going pretty quickly, but there's just a lot of them. So we have the lock. We have a lock on a door, and I assume this is the lock on the basement. So I feel like they probably get to the basement at some point in the next half of the season. So we'll see what happens. All right. And then we have this next one, which is hands with a seashell. So that makes me think that Armin actually makes it to the ocean because that's something that he wanted. And I hope that's the case. I really do. I hope it's not that they just find a random seashell in the basement. It's like, oh, look, this actually exists. Like, I don't know. I want Armin to see. Sorry, my roommate's phone is going off. To see the ocean. And because I know at the beginning of this season, we see Aaron looking out over the ocean, and he's seemingly by himself. But I'm hoping I'm hoping that Armin is actually with him. We just don't see him in that shot, and that they're actually at the ocean. But there's a part of me, there's just a part of me that thinks that Armin's not going to make it, that Armin's going to die. That, if anything, that seashell is symbolic of what he hoped for to see, and he doesn't get to because he dies. So because the next shot is just, you see a lot of people dying, and it looks like they're being suspended from trees or from buildings, but they are dead, clearly. So I just expect there to be absolute carnage for the next half of the season, which is just heartbreaking. All right, so I found this next shot to be one of the most interesting things. So it's a hand holding a key, but if you look at it, the key is actually in the exact position as if you look at the earlier credits, the beginning credits. There's a slash on the hand, and then you have like blood dripping down over the faces, like kind of superimposed over the faces of our main characters. And that cannot be a coincidence. There's got to be a reason why that's there. I mean, could it be that people's blood will be shed for the secrets that are held in that key? I don't know, but maybe I'm stretching symbolism a bit much, but I don't know. But I did find that picture very interesting for that reason. I was like, wow, that's almost exactly the same picture, except that it's a key instead of a streak of blood. All right, so this next one, it's an unknown package. So is this serum? Is this something else? Because of the next shot, I actually feel like it's serum. So does Levi actually use the serum? Or does Aaron get more powers? So, or does someone else, or do they just find a reservoir of all the serum in the basement and they just start turning everyone into Titans that then can, I guess, but no, you can't do that. Like, you have to have someone, like another Titan shifter to eat when you become a, okay, so never mind, forget that. Okay, so then we have a glowing fly. This is pulled from, I guess, season 2 credits. And it's definitely the lowest of the animals present. So I know that someone told me that someone commented the reason why there are all those glowing animals was not because they were Titan animals, but because those are the alpha animals. I don't necessarily know if I agree with that because, I mean, maybe. I mean, but no, there's like a giraffe, and no, giraffes are not what I would consider like an alpha animal. They are herbivores, and they do fall prey to other animal. So, but this is the lowest of the animals that's shown in the original. I guess, well, maybe there's a mosquito, but I feel like this fly, it's kind of the lowest of the low. It's also symbolic of pestilence and plague, and death. And insects are very, very resilient. So I don't really know other than that. So, all right. So our next one, Titans thundering through the woods. So Titans show up. They're deer, which is surprising. Okay, I really have to take care of her phone because this is driving me nuts. Okay. On vibrate. Okay. So yes, Titans Woods with deer. From what I understand, there are not a lot of animals present. I know that was mentioned because people just in their desperation just started killing all the animals for food. So is this maybe an area where there's not a lot of people and that's why there are deer? I don't know. All right, so shot 24. All right, hold on, I kind of forgot what 24 looks like. So, oh yeah, that's Titan. That's Aaron's glowing Titan skeleton. So does he use his power again? Maybe. I assume so. Then there's this red dot. I feel like I've seen this before. I don't know where, but yes, I can't remember, but I feel like I've seen it. So the next shot is of Aaron's dad. So obviously we have things centered from Aaron's dad, and then the next one is I'm going to say woman, but Titan, I guess. I feel like I'm probably pretty right in the fact that royal woman is actually this Titan that ate Aaron's mom. I feel pretty confident in that. I don't know why, but I do. So this next one is the Titan that ate Aaron's mom. So did Aaron's dad maybe, is he responsible for that? I don't know. But I keep on feeling like I'm saying I don't know a lot, but that's because I don't. And this is clearly just me pulling things out of the air and guessing because I didn't read the manga and I am completely in the dark about what was going to happen. So we have more Titans. And then we have Ape Titan. The Ape Titan appears. So does he show up? Is he going to be a player when they go to the basement? And is he one of the reasons why everything goes awry? And is that why? I mean, because Aaron has the ability to control Titans, so it seems like he would be unbeatable. That they would go and find out what they need to and no problems. But can Aaron control Beast Titan? One would suggest not, given earlier situations. So does Beast Titan show up and cause all sorts of problems? Which then, okay, so then the next one, we have Erwin's dad teaching. All right, so this shows that, like, this is the secrets that they want, that Erwin wants, that, yeah. But then the next shot is someone being eaten, which makes me think, is Erwin going to get killed? Like, is he going to be eaten? And will he be eaten before he finds out the truth? Or could that person being eaten be Armin? Because this next one is, it looks kind of like Armin's book. So if it's Armin's book, I think Armin's going to die. But if it's not, and if it's actually just a textbook or like a history, then I think Erwin's going to die. So it really just hinges on what that book actually is. The reason it makes me think that it's Erwin who's dying is because obviously in this most recent episode, it's kind of a farewell. He is, talking about how he is bait so that, they can find out the mysteries. But at the same time, I wonder if it's Armin, because what else could actually bring Mikasa to tears? Because that's what you see in this scene, is that Eren and Mikasa are tearing up, that they are sobbing, that they are despondent and I feel like the loss of Armin would definitely do that. So, I don't know. All right. Is Eren's mom with her baby. Not quite sure why that's there, except it maybe represents the family that Eren's dad had behind the wall, and it's something that he had to live for. Like, you gotta wonder if, because it seemed like he was a village person that came across the wall with an agenda to kill the royalty or to steal the Titan power. So was he conflicted that maybe that was going to put his family at risk, or was the family just um, just kind of a cover? And he is a doctor, so he goes off on all these trips. You got to wonder, on all those trips that he's taking, was he actually helping people, or was he actually then going to like seek out and find the royalty to then absorb their power? So I find that kind of interesting. I don't know. So all right, so we have again Beast Titan. He's going to be a player, which I'm looking forward to because I want to. I mean, okay. Someone spoiled this for me, and that doesn't make me very happy. So shame on you. People are telling me, or a person said that it was Aaron's brother. I probably should have given a spoiler alert for that. Then again, I don't know if it's actually true, but I think probably is. So I'll probably add a little clip at the very, yes. So maybe there's something with family going on and warring sides of the family. I don't know, but there you have it. All right, our next one, we have Titans being shot by cannons. It's unclear of whether this is a flashback to the way they used to fight Titans, or if this is showing what happens when they are trying to get down into the basement. And then we have the next one, which is a single poppy. I don't know what the single poppy represents. It shows up periodically, so maybe I'm sure that will maybe become a little more obvious as the show progresses. One would hope. All right, so we also have the transformation again. So someone clearly transforms. So is it Aaron who just goes into elf Titan mode, or does Levi use the serum to turn someone else into a Titan? The next one, so someone is gonna die. All right, so if you look at this one, that is the eye of a dead anime person, or someone who I guess is really, really, really scared. Maybe both, like they were really scared and then they died, but someone's gonna die. And my money at this point, given that eye, that does not look like Armin's eye. That looks more like Erwin's eye. So, or maybe someone else. But that's if I had to pick between the two of them, I want Erwin to die more than Armin, because I feel like Armin has a lot of untapped potential. I do feel like his intellect is kind of redundant given the fact we have Hanji, who isn't just a really, she has comedic relief, and she's awesome in battle, and she is really intelligent. So maybe Armin's going to die because of just, I don't know, balance of characters. But at this point, given this picture, it looks like it's going to be Erwin. I feel like I'm blasting through this really fast, but that's because I don't want this to be like a 30-minute video. So, yeah. So this next one is the wall. So the cage is still there, at least in this picture. So the question is it meant to keep people in, or is it meant to keep Titans out? Which then also makes me think, what is the real purpose behind the wall? They really haven't addressed the fact that there are Titans in the walls. What is their purpose? Why are they there? Are they going to spring to life randomly? Who were they to begin with? Because the fact that they have these special powers to be able to make the wall suggests that they are not normal Titans, but they're shifters. So if that's the case, and they're shifters, who's in those Titans? Who sacrificed themselves to be shut up in a wall for couple hundred years? That's insane. But I really want that answered. And I feel like that's something that's going to be answered way down the line. I actually don't expect it to be answered in this next season, because I feel like they're going to focus mainly on Beast, Titan, and the basement. So, This next one, I have no idea what this is. I just don't. So this next one, we're getting down to the last three. Okay. So this one, it looks like it's a throwback to the earlier credits, to where you have those people. It looks very Byzantine or very kind of medieval in art, where they are eating, it looks like organs or like a heart, maybe a brain, a bloody brain, and they are eating these. They are clearly being punished for something, and there's death in front. I want this explained. I want this explained by this show, like what this image, which is haunting, actually is. And then, all right, we have a hand that's reaching up. Is that hand the hand of a titan, or is the hand of a person in agony? Unclear, but there definitely is blood involved, so probably not optimistic. And then our last image is of a giant mouth, which still, I hold to what I said in earlier episodes. It's got to be one of the creepiest things ever to have a ginormous mouth that could swallow you whole, like opening before you. So I thought that was pretty intense of a picture to end on. So anyway, that was a roller coaster of images. I mean, I went as fast as I possibly could because I didn't want this to be forever long, and I'm still at, I'm at 32 minutes, so long. But yeah, there you have it. I am with you guys now. I am up to date. And yeah, so I am going to later watch the Avengers 4. I'm going to react to the most recent trailer that is to be released. I already watched Wonder Woman not Wonder Woman. Oh my gosh, who am I? Not Wonder Woman. Captain Marvel. I already watched the Captain Marvel trailer. I don't know why I didn't feel the need to do a reaction video on that one, but I didn't. I just watched it. I think I watched it at the gym. So I will be watching the Avengers 4 and posting my responses on that. I don't know a lot about the Avengers, like the Marvel universe. I pretty much just know that which I've seen in the movies and what I've gleaned from former nerdy former boyfriends. So yeah. And yeah, so that's all I got for you. So hopefully this has been somewhat entertaining. Hopefully you've stuck around, and I hope you enjoy the episode 12 highlights for this season. So anyway, all right, till next time. Bye.